pay date will depend on the pay period, and the pay date will also depend on the pay group. But because the pay group is already changing the value of the pay date here, that is different if you choose salary or hourly, it already makes the change here. So now I don't need to worry about this on this cell. I just need to say the pay date is whatever you find in the pay date column in the other table when you look for this pay period in a row in the column of the pay periods names. Okay, so okay, let's delete this. And there's different ways we could go about it. I'm going to use XLOOKUP first, but those of you who don't have Microsoft 365 will not have this function available for you. It's kind of a modern VLOOKUP formula, more advanced, more robust, more flexible. And then I'll change it to index and match. Okay, so the XLOOKUP formula would go like this: XLOOKUP. And what do you want to look up? I want to look up for this value, and it recognizes the name of the cell. It's pay period. Okay, so it refers, instead of saying C4, it says pay period because that's the name of that cell. That's fine. Where do I want to look for that? I want to look for that in the list of pay periods here. So it's this column here. And when I select the entire column, Excel recognizes the name of the table and the name of the column, header of the column, comma. What is the return array that you want? I want the pay date, so I want to return this array, this column here. Okay, I have the name of the table, the name of the column, comma. What if I cannot find the pay period? Just do not found. I want an exact match, so it's a 0 or a false, a 0 in this case, not false. And the last search mode is not mandatory. The match would not be mandatory too, but I want to make sure we indicate its exact match, which is in fact the default for XLOOKUP. So anyways, with this formula, let's see if this is correct. If I choose January and we are a salary employee, we are paid at the end of the pay period, January 15, it's correct. If we choose, we say that we are hourly, then we are paid at the end of the next pay period, which would be January 31st. It's correct. If I choose March 15 and I am hourly, I will be paid in March 31st of 2021. And if I choose salary, then I'm paid at the end of March of this pay period, which would be March 15. If you do not have the XLOOKUP, let's delete that, then we can use index and match. Index, I want to index, I want to find the pay date. So I want to come here to the pay date and say index 1. If I say index 1, it will be the first one. If I say index 2, it will be the second one. But how do I know if it is 1 or 2 or 3 or... So for that, we will use the match function. Match, okay. And what is it that I want to match? I want to match the pay period name with all the lists of pay periods that I have here. Okay. And I want to do an exact match, so 0. So this function will give me the 1, 2, 3, 4, that will be the position in the list to then refer to the pay date column. Okay, then close parentheses again. That is my formula. I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to go back there and a little bit of zoom so that you can take a look at the formula.